Hello friends! And welcome to a disturbing reading vlog, books reading vlog, Garbogist reading vlog. Sorry if I look, I don't know if this will be on the thumbnail because I just filmed my announcement video for Halloween-a-thon. So, and then I realized, I was like, did I do an intro to that vlog? I don't know, because I definitely didn't know what I was reading, so probably not. But that's what I'm here to do. So I read some disturbing books that would be considered trashy books for Garbogist. If you guys don't know what Garbogist is, the creator is this amazing person named Ollie from Criminale. I will link his channel down below. Please, if you don't follow, watch his videos. He reads so many books, so many different books, and a lot of horror books, and yeah, he has so many great takes on books, and yeah, he's awesome. So definitely go check him out if you haven't. I'm sure you guys have. Also, he posts like a ton of shorts as well, and he's on TikTok, and he's just amazing. So if you know, you're really missing out if you are a big booktube person or a reader. Yeah, definitely check it out. But this is like his event. He has a bunch of co-hosts as well. And it is so much fun to just be like, I'm gonna read trash. Even though I read trash all year, honestly. Like, I read paperbacks from hell. That's mostly trash there. So I ended up reading in this vlog 6 books, I believe. 6 more disturbing, extreme horror, splatterpunky books. So I read A God in the Shed by J.F. Dubree, I believe. And then I believe I read this. It honestly does feel like it was a million years ago when I started this, and it was only, I think, like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, if that. But anyways, that's another... That's for other reasons. And then I read Depraved by Brian Smith. This is an extreme horror book. And then I read Rotten Tommy by David Sodergren. And then I read Along the River of Flesh by Christopher Triana. This is a sequel to Gone to See the Riverman. And then I read Psychic Teenage Bloodbath by Carl John Lee. This is another extreme horror book. And then I read Wetbones by John Shirley. This is considered a paperback from hell and is splatterpunk. So yeah, very exciting. There's some Halloween decor hunting in this, not as much as I wanted. I feel like there's more hauls, Halloween hauls in this than actual decor hunting, just because honestly it has been so crazy. Even when I go out Halloween decor hunting now, it is just like packed. So or it's, I do end up going to Spirit and it's just kind of a big disappointment. So here is Past Katrina, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this is Katrina on her break at work. I ran home to run an errand very quickly here, but I was like, I'm very excited because I just got a package in, but I'll talk about that in a second. I'll do a reading update first while you guys are here. I am halfway through Along the River of Flesh, and I am liking this more than I thought I would, honestly. We're following a bunch of different characters, which I know is going to be tough for people because this is a shorter book, so you're not just with one person, but you're not with a completely horrible person. There is some horrible people in this already, but not as deplorable as Lori. I feel like Lori was just like the worst person ever to be inside of her head from the first one. But anyways, you do get so minor spoiler, I guess, for Long Came the Riverman, or Come to See the Riverman. One of those, what am I saying, is Edmund. You get Edmund's point of view, which is like, you know, deplorable, horrible. But there's also like a cop who was responsible for catching him the first time, and you get his point of view, and he's pretty deplorable as well. So I'm just like, who do you root for here? You know, there is like one good guy, I guess, that you're rooting for. But yeah, it's pretty gross, disgusting, some body horror in this, and like extreme horror elements, but there's that. I will say there's an element in this that I'm really liking that I didn't think was going to happen at all. It's something that was alluded to in the first one, but it's being more explored in this one, and that is like music, like hill blues music being like satanic in a way. It hasn't said that yet, so it's not a spoiler or anything, but it's like being hinted at that songs and stuff in this area of the South have like power, and I really like that aspect of it. So I really hope the second half of this is focusing on that aspect of it. And then there's some other like creepy stuff that's been happening. So I am enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I was like, the first quarter of it, I was just like, whatever. And then it started getting into like the nitty gritty supernatural stuff. So I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, it's June 1st. I forgot to say that. But I ordered Halloween stuff from Target because their hide and eek boutique selection premiered on their website, and a lot of stuff is already sold out, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I did get some stuff, and I didn't think it would come in this early. I think something is coming in tomorrow. I think they shipped it separately, but I'm super excited for this line. If you guys have not seen it, it is neon green line, and you guys know that is my theme this year for my kitchen. So of course I had to get some stuff, and it's like 80s punk themed too, so I was very excited. So I ended up getting this skull that is so cool. Something's rattling in it. Maybe it's his brain. They left his brain in here. But this is cool. I don't know why that looks... It looks like maybe a screw fell off or something. Yeah, this is only $5, so... I don't think it's going to be moving too well because the screw fell off. What are you going to do? And then I got this little punk and skeleton dolls, or like felt hanging decorations. I thought these guys were super cute. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. I love the mohawk on this one. Like, what? How could you not? And then I just got a green, a lime green little skeleton. I think if anything, if I don't end up using this in the kitchen, I can just take pictures of it. He's all wrapped up, but I mean, I think it was $4 or $5 for everything here. And then I think I ordered something else too from it, because I did get the free shipping. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Maybe Alex can fix him. I think Alex can fix you. So yeah, very excited that they had all this lime green stuff line up. That line is so cute. There is so much stuff that was already sold out when I finally got to order stuff. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but hopefully they'll have it in stores. But yeah, that's it for this check-in. Yay! Okay, so it has been a couple days, like usual, since my check-in, and remember how I said I was waiting for a second order from Target, the hide and eek line? I got those in, and this is not what I thought I ordered. I thought I ordered like a little, like it was little. It's massive. It's huge. It's like half my size, but it's amazing. I love it. Was not expecting this to be giant hanging sign. It was $10, so I mean, I guess it's like get your money's worth here. But I'm absolutely obsessed. It doesn't even fit in the frame of how freaking big this is. And did I just get one of these because they were $10? Sorry, let me try to back you up a little bit. The camera's probably uneven now. So my stand is broken, by the way. So that's why it probably looks all like uneven. But yeah, not only did I get one of these guys, they had a really cute cat one, and I was like, oh my god, a vintage kitty one, and it's huge. It's definitely, I don't think it's as big as the other one, but it's really big too. But it's so cute. I love it. Where am I gonna put these now? So I was gonna put these in my kitchen for the neon green, but they're massive. You know what? I think I can find a spot. Definitely for the skull. I'm not sure about the cat. I might, ooh. It's a little flimsy. It's a little flimsy. The way they came in too was kind of sketchy. But yeah, just look at the detail. It's so cool. It's like vintagey looking. If they have any more in this, if I see them in the store, I definitely will pick it up, like a pumpkin one or something if they have it. But yeah, these are the coolest things. But definitely wasn't expecting it to be so big. Like, I even sent my mom a picture. I was like, this is huge, right? Like, I did not expect it to be so massive. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper over here. And then before I talk about books, I went crazy yesterday Halloween decor hunting. I went on my break to Home Goods. And I was like, oh, what's going on over here, you know? Just so casually, what's going on over here at Home Goods. And they didn't honestly have much the one I went to, but I did find a mug, which is kind of a blessing, I feel like, this season, because mugs are actually, I haven't seen a ton of mugs. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I thought this one was cool. I like the pumpkin wearing the witch hat, and it's like very heavy. And it was $4.99. So that was just my first Halloween mug this year because there just hasn't been any out. I've seen some Disney ones, but I'm not a Disney girly, so I mean, they're cute, but just not my jam. And then I found this tumbler, the stainless steel tumbler, and I have a couple of the Rae Dunn ones from years ago, and the lid is so nasty because I've used them almost every single day for like 4 years, and I've like deep cleaned them like all different sorts of ways, but they're like stained with coffee. So I really needed a new one this year, and I love this one. They actually have a ton of really cute just regular Halloween ones. Like, they have pink ones, they have like black and white ghost ones, so it's really tough to just get one this year. I might end up getting another one, I don't know, but I like this one. It looks like fall and Halloween. I thought that was very cute. It's kind of giving me a little bit of that Over the Garden Wall vibe that I absolutely love. That's one of my favorite shows to watch, not only around Halloween, but like all year. It could just be like background noise for me. And what else did I get? So I went back to a Home Goods when I got off of work, because I went to a different one because I was like, you know what, I haven't been to At Home in a while, and I needed a new trash can. So excuses. By the way, don't get your trash cans at Home. The ones I saw there were literally $130, so I did not end up getting one there. But I'll talk about the rest of the Home Goods stuff. I found this Hello Kitty ceramic to-go container. It is so cute. Can I open it? We'll see. I don't know, but it's very cute, and it's microwavable and dishwasher safe. And then it does have one of the little timer things on here for microwaving, so I was very excited for this. I might not try to lug this around to work or anything because I'm so rough on stuff, so that might just be an at-home container. But I mean, I could bring it to work and stuff. Can I open it? It's on there really good. That's good, because if you put like a soup in it, it won't like leak or anything. And they had a couple of these there. I was actually surprised to see any of the Hello Kitty stuff, because there's like all of that wholesaler stuff about Hello Kitty. So I was really shocked to see it, and there's actually a girl there. It was so cute. I think it was a teenage girl, and she was like, I want the Hello Kitty skeleton set. So she got like the little mug and a plate and a bowl. It was very cute. I was like, that's so cute. You were excited about that. But yeah, I got this for $9.99 at Home Goods. I was looking for some containers, so that worked out. And then I got these cute little ghost tumblers, glass tumblers. And what I like about this is that it does have a glass straw as well. These are not for me though, because I will break them immediately. This is for a gift. So yeah, those aren't for me. Those are for somebody who can actually not break anything when they get a hold of it. But yeah, I did get some gifts for, I have a couple of friends who are Scorpios, so they're Halloween babies, so I had to get them some gifts too. And then I got these cute reusable bags. Oh no, this sticker is, isn't this so cute? Oh my gosh. This is perfect to take around for like a lunch bag. I still need a new lunch box, but I haven't seen any of those, but like a lunch bag or like a crochet bag. And then this one is really cute with the doggies too, and I thought I'd use this as a gift bag for somebody. And then I got pumpkin spice sugar-free syrup. This is the first pumpkin spice syrup I've seen, and I was so excited for it. So, you know, it's the small things in life. And then of course I cannot forget Beans. I got him this little skull little Halloween toy that we can play with, and it's so funny. This is really cute too. It's like this diamond in the wand thing, diamond pattern. I had all this like out here like ready to film like all together, and last night at like 4 or 5 in the morning he ripped this out of the bag and started playing with it, and I was like, okay buddy, I'll play with you, but not at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I had to put it up, but he was ready. I think he's gonna like it. He already likes it. He found it himself. So yeah, that is the Home Goods haul. I went freaking ballistic, but they had so many cute things there. There's a lot of stuff there that I actually walked away from, so I feel good. I feel good. I feel like I got everything for a purpose. So on to at home. Now, did I get everything for a purpose here? Kind of. And we'll start out with some lime green pumpkin buckets I got these buckets for the kitchen, of course. I thought these would be fun because I have one of the McDonald's lime green witch Happy Meal buckets, so I thought I could like put these up on my cabinets. Also storage, I can just store random stuff in there, maybe all of the other mugs I don't use anymore or something. And then I had to get this bunny freaking, oh yeah, the buckets are 99 cents. I think they're for trick-or-treating. And then I got this cute little bunny skeleton, you know, Easterween. We're thinking of all holidays right now. And he was $5.99. A little expensive, I think, for that, but what are you gonna do? And then I got this cool spider guy. I got him, I don't know if I'm gonna put him on my desk or not. I think it would freak people out. So this might be a part of a gift for somebody. But it was $1.99. It was really a good, that's a good deal. So I don't know why this one was like 3 times as more, but I don't know. And then I found this wax warmer set that is a cauldron. It's so cute, and it comes with these little skull wax melts. I probably won't like the smell of these because I like really like cinnamon and like apple-y scents. I kind of want to open it now because I did get this for a gift, but now I'm like, I don't have one of these. So like I don't have, the only wax warmer I have that's Halloween is an electric one. I don't have any tea light ones, and I use tea light ones all the time, but I thought it was really cute. And this one is definitely a gift, and it was so cute, and I've never seen at home do something like this. So this was very exciting. This is for a cocktail. It's called it's by Embrace the Shadows. This is Midnight by Cocktail Cauldron. Cauldron, sour worms, candy, sangria, cocktail mixer, and straws. So I guess I just add like red wine or wine in this that you like, and you mix it all together, and it's just so cute. It was $15, a little expensive, I'll say, but I think it's gonna make an awesome gift for somebody to make a fun cocktail out of. And this was the only one. These were the only ones there. I've never seen At Home have any of these, and I can tell why, because they're very, very cute. They're great for Christmas. You can get these now and give them to the spooky person in your life. Like, they'll love it. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna keep this though. This is a gift for Katrina, I'm just saying. But yeah, so I knocked out some gifts. So not totally everything for me. I think everything kind of had a purpose. And then is that gonna fall? Don't fall. I'm trying to keep them here. I wanted to share before I talk about the books. You guys are here for the books. But I did start a row a day sort of thing for a Halloween blanket. I'm going to be able to pull it out. So for 100 days till Halloween, if you guys know, I'm on Instagram. I'm doing 100 days of Halloween, even though I missed yesterday, which is the first day I missed. I think it was day 11. So for 10 days straight, I posted. I did really good. But I think we're on day 12 today. But yeah, I thought this would be fun to do. I'm just doing a V-stitch like for a throw, and these are the neon colors from, is it Thread? What is it called? I don't have the wrapper. It's the Michaels like generic brand, but I thought this was so cool. I feel like it's not even really picking up on the camera just how bright this green is. This green is that neon green slime color, and then I got the neon pink that my bat sweater was made out of, and I'm just gonna do like all neon stripes for 100 days. So I'm very excited. I think this is row 10, so I'm not too far behind, unlike my book blanket. We're not gonna talk about that. But anyways, okay, you guys are here for the books. I finished Along the River of Flesh by Christopher Triana, that guy. I did like this. It was deplorable and horrific, and you're in that dude's head way too much, I think. And there's another like really horrific character in this where you're like, oh my gosh. It's like everybody decent in this is like, you know. So it's horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Is it as horrible as the first one? I don't think so. I think this one has a little bit more fun in it. But again, like those elements of like magic and stuff that I thought was gonna happen, and it didn't happen. But I'm okay with that. I feel like it didn't need it, actually. I thought it would be interesting. Like, you do get to meet that entity and stuff, and you're like, okay, cool. But yeah, I was just okay. It was okay. I enjoyed it. 3 stars for that one. And then I did finish God in the Shed. I forget who wrote this. Oh gosh. So I don't think this is disturbing at all. I don't know where I saw that this was disturbing. Probably on like a Goodreads list or somewhere that this was a really disturbing book. I could see people being very disturbed by this, but just for my level of depravity, which we're gonna get into later, this felt very Stephen King-esque, like maybe a little bit more weirder than a Stephen King book, but it wasn't, it did not disturb me at all. The premise is literally the title of this book, and I thought that was kind of funny. This had a lot of humor in it for what it was dealing with. It was dealing with like, this was like religious horror, cult vibes. This is a cult book at its core. It's hard to explain what actually the premise is other than the title of God in the Shed. It's like a lot going on. It's a small town. It kind of reminded me of that book about the small town in the and they have the witch or whatever, like it's a no knowledge thing. Why can't I, by Thomas Helvete? I cannot think of that book title, but I'll put it here because I know I've read it. I'm like blanking on that. But yeah, it reminded me of that a lot, and I wasn't like super blown away by it. I felt myself zoning out a lot. I wasn't really attached to any of the characters at all. There's some interesting stuff that happens in it that I was really interested in. Like there's a fantasy element to this that I was like, my fantasy ears were perking up a little bit, that I did like. I did like it a little more than Along the River of Flesh, so I think I'm leaning towards a 3.5, and I'll round up on Goodreads for it. But yeah, I wasn't like disturbed at all. So I don't consider this a disturbing book. I think this is more of like a dark fantasy book, if anything, with a cult in it. And what did I start? This morning, I was like, okay, I really need to like kick it into gear because this book, The God in the Shed, was not disturbing to me. I need to read something that will like scar me forever, but be fun and trashy because we are in Garb August. So I chose Depraved. See? Depraved Katrina here by Brian Smith. This is available on Everand Audio, and I've been listening to it this morning, and it is quite depraved. It's like Wrong Turn, the movie, gone, like a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more logic and organization going on, like a lot of organization going on with these wrong turn people, shall I say. And then you're getting like the why and the lore, and there's some like supernatural stuff in it, which is keeping me in it. But there's a lot of characters you're following. One of the characters I'm loving following, it's like a bit of a revenge arc, and then there's just some questionable stuff going on. I would say that what this book does, without getting too deep, because it's not a deep book or anything, but it does bring up like the stereotypes of, you know, like Appalachia or Smoky Mountain feral people situation. And I thought that was kind of funny. It's done in like a satire way, which I thought was kind of funny. So I am enjoying it because I'm a depraved freak, apparently. But yeah, I haven't really liked anything by Brian Smith too much. Like, I've read a couple of his extreme horror books, and I wasn't like blown away or anything. But this one, I could see why people would like it. So let's just leave it at that. I do have a Sodagram on my radar to read for this vlog, so I'm kind of excited to just get through this one and then move on to the Sodagram book, and that will be it of my trashy, depraved, disturbing books, I guess. But that is it for this check-in. I feel like this was super long, but I'll check in later. Okay, jump scare for real. So as usual, it has been a couple of days. It is Friday. Last I checked in was Sunday. So right after I checked in and I filmed my wrap-up, my July wrap-up, I got a call from Alex, and he ended up in the ER on Sunday night for the simplest way to explain it is breaking his ankle, but he severely dislocated it, so it was backwards on a scooter that he used to go back and forth from school. So he's okay now. Of course, it's been a week, but we're just waiting. He had like a surgery, and then the stabilizers, external stabilizers put in. He's waiting on his second surgery for this when the swelling goes down, and that's why I'm off right now, because I had to take him to his pre-op this morning, and or post-op, and it went okay, as in like being told, hey, you have to wait a couple more days before we do the other surgery. So I feel so bad for him. It's just been really, really tough, you know, getting around, because he's on crutches now, but he's he's okay. um, so it's just so crazy how your life can like change so quickly. But I did do some reading. I read, well, I finished Depraved by Brian Smith, and I wish this wasn't so long. I feel like it didn't need to have as many characters as it did, and the like mystical whatever element of it, the supernatural element, I did not need like even that. I was intrigued by it at first, but where it ended up, just it didn't go anywhere. So I was like, whatever. It was like a big joke. I felt like he wrote it as a joke, which is fine. You know, do you? But yeah, it was very disturbing. It was insanely disturbing, but I don't think it needed to be that long. And then I read something. I read Rotten Tommy, the David Sodergren book. I absolutely loved this so much. Oh my gosh, I binged this. I loved it. It was great. I don't think it's going to be for everyone like a Sodergren book is. It's not for everybody, but if you're looking for something disturbing, I would say go here. Is it extreme? No, I don't think it's extreme, but it has very disturbing elements in it. So this is like a I don't know how to explain the premise of this. So we're following this woman who has found these videotapes of her mom's show. Her mom was on a kids show, but her mom also mysteriously disappeared when she was 4 years old, and she's kind of spent her whole life like wondering where she went, because she just vanished. And yeah, so she finds these tapes and she starts, well, it's a whole process to get them transferred. So she gets like one transferred, and it's like crazy what she's seeing. It's like insanity. There's some awesome freaking kills in this, and you know a Sodergren has a pain destruction scene. If you know, you know. There is one in this one as well. Spoilers. A minor spoiler. You know it's coming. But I will say the creepiest thing about this is that it had like those elements of somebody freaking watching you from like the darkness or from a corner. Like our main character like feels people watching her like in the city, and like it's just this build up of dread, and like I loved it. And then it got so freaking bananas. It goes insane. And I love that too, because I like when stuff gets weird and stuff gets really bonkers. And what ends up happening in this towards the end is my favorite trope too. It's one of my favorite slasher tropes. I think this is a really fun mix of like a slasher mystery, found footage, like vintage vibes, old school vibes, and then it has that like mystery element in it. Also like a detective point of view, which I know people don't usually like, but I thought it worked really well in this, because even the detective in this is like, I'm fucking freaked out. Like, and I was like, yes. Like, I loved it. But yeah, I know I loved it. You guys, I love David Sodergren books, and I keep loving them even more and more and more and more. So you guys are wondering why I'm in my car. Somebody just stared me down while I'm doing this. I am in my car because, well, one, Alex is also at home at the bedroom, so that might be a little awkward. But two is that I wanted to check out freaking Spirit is open, and so I'm here. It's my first time going in. I was like, you know what? I have a couple of hours before I have to make dinner and be an adult again. So let's do Spirit, or I'm gonna go do Spirit by myself. Because yeah, Alex is not coming. Sadly, he said to take pictures of some stuff. But what else? Oh, I started reading another extreme horror book. But I will save that towards the end, because I am liking it, but I might end up reading another book before this is over. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I will save that one, or those two, for the end. But let me get in here and see some freaking Halloween. Okay, so as usual, it's been a couple of days. It's very bright right now, so I'm gonna keep my glasses on. I'm like, oh, now the sun, and my hair's crazy. So I'm actually, I just dropped Alex off for second surgery, so, well, last time I saw him, he was about to get like the nerve blocker and stuff put in, so I'm just waiting on that. But I was like, I have to finish this freaking vlog today. So as I said, I was going to try to read 2 more books, and I did. I think I ended up reading like 6 books for this vlog. It all feels like, I don't know. I don't even remember the beginning of this vlog too well. So I ended up reading Psychic Teenage Bloodbath by John Carl Lee. I believe that's the name. This is an extreme horror book about, it's kind of like a Carrie story, but taken like to an extreme. It's about this girl who is pranked, but it's like just, it's not even a prank. It's just a really violent thing that ended up happening, and she's left in a coma in a hospital, and all this stuff, like people involved in that prank, in that incident, end up dying horribly, or like getting maimed in like horrific ways, or like there's even like kind of like possession stuff going on because it's psychic, right? So yeah, I liked this more than I thought I would, because the premise, I was just like, oh, it's just an extreme horror Carrie, which it is, but I don't know, I liked the characters. I was rooting for the main character. The kills were pretty unique and violent and disgusting, and that is what you just want in an extreme horror book. Also, revenge. Being told in a different way, like, it just reminded me so much, well, like, of Carrie. I've already said that, but the part in Carrie where even the person, like the friend, like the girl who is actually trying to like be freaking nice about everything, and even though, you know, she probably, it wasn't enough, you know, but needless to say, Carrie didn't even know that, or the teacher too, like it was just, she's full raging, right? So that happens in this. I'm like, yes, I love it, I love it. Like, even people who had like the right intentions, like, do not make it out alive, which I'm here for. And then I read Wetbones by John Shirley. This is a paperback from hell. I believe it was published in the late 80s. My copy is pretty gnarly itself. This is a gnarly, like, splatterpunky book. Let me see. Oh, it was 90s, early 90s. And this particular version was sold at Kmart for $5. Could you imagine picking? I could not imagine picking this up at a Kmart and reading it. Like, the shit that happens in this is, it's so horrific. This is definitely one of the most extreme splatterpunky paperbacks from hell I read. I guess the last one I read was Lost Souls by Billy Martin. That was like kind of on that splatterpunky side, but this was just so graphic and gnarly. Like, it says, there's a quote from Clive Barker here: a wild and giddy ride with marvels and horror in equal measure. I heartily recommend. And yes, if you're a fan of Clive Barker, you'll love this. The visuals in it, so gruesome. Oh my gosh. And so the story itself, I would say, centers around addiction and how people are perceived when they're addicted to drugs, and just like all the stigmas and stereotypes and stuff that happens. But I mean, it definitely makes them, like, this is a little bit more nuanced than that. Like, it's just telling the true horrors of being an addict, and oh my gosh, it's very, very disturbing. So the gist of it is, like, there's this like serial killer guy who is, I think he's described as I can't even say what it is on the internet. I mean, he's deplorable. And he basically has this drug that he can like control people with. Like, it's really interesting concept. It's so gnarly. But basically what ends up happening is the people turn into just wet bones. Oh, it's so gross. It's so gross. There's so much debauchery in this too. Also, probably why Clive Barker likes this book. There's a lot of sex, drugs, violence, gore, and then LA vibes. Those gritty nights, like Skid Row vibes. Like, I really liked it, actually. I really, really liked it. And then at the beginning of it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like this, because we are getting, well, one of the point of views we got was from the killer, and I was like, I don't really care. I don't really want to know. Like, it felt like it was giving away the mystery of the book at the beginning. But it kind of goes a little bit deeper than that. It almost turns, shall I say, Lovecraftian. It does say that on the back. But yeah, it gets pretty, like, cosmic-y vibes. So I enjoyed that a ton. I think I'm just a really big fan of, like, body horror being, like, a representation of many things, you know? And how books use that for certain themes, and just having like this message come across. And in Wetbones, I do think it is a positive message overall, you know. I do think that, but it's told in the most gruesome, vile, deplorable way, and I'm here for it. You know, if I read that when I was 5 years old, because it came out in '93, I was 5 years old, I would be like A+, you know. I was not reading 5 years old. Anyways, this is the wrap up of, not a wrap up, but this is the end. This is the end, my friends, of this crazy, crazy vlog. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get out another vlog. I really do for Garb August. I really want to read more garbage. Even though I enjoyed myself so much reading this disturbing trash. But yeah, definitely check out Ollie's channel. I'm sure everybody knows Ollie. He's amazing over at Criminale, and he does a lot of shorts and stuff too. And yeah, highly recommend following him. He is actually the king of disturbing stuff, but it's a little bit more highbrow disturbing books. But on that note, please leave in the comments any disturbing books that you've read recently, extreme horror, splatter, punk, anything splatter restaurants I kind of want to get into as well, that has disturbed you, even if it's like a classic book, I guess, that has disturbing elements in it. Let me know, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will hopefully be reading more trash in the future. Bye!